when we're aging, we have to know how we deal with the young daughters and stuff. Yeah?
This is the
For both of you, yeah?
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine,
Sound doctrine.
that the aged men be sober,
Alright, the aged men be sober. Alright?
brave, temperate, sound in faith,
Brave and temperate, okay?
in charity, in patience,
Charity and patience, alright?
the aged women
And
likewise,
the aged women as well.
that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
Alright? Keeping holy, alright?
Which book that?
Titus chapter 2.
Titus.
Chapter 2.
Not false accusers,
So they don't want to be lying, alright?
not given to much
So
wine,
not drinking too much rare nephews, red wine, alright? Magnum and red label or them things. Not drinking too much, alright?
teachers of good things,
Alright, they want to teach the laws and the commandments to the women, alright? And to their young princes, the young princesses, alright?
that they may teach the young women to be sober,
They teach the young women that they should not drink as well, not drink too much wine as well.
To love-
Because I don't drink too much wine, so you shouldn't, alright? Go on.
to love their husbands,
Alright, to love their husbands.
to love their children,
Alright, to keep unity in the household, not some single parent thing, kick out the man every minute. Alright, they need to teach unity and to love their husbands, that the husband is the head of the household. Alright, keep it in.
to be discreet,
To be discreet, alright, shamefaced, alright, not bossy, yabbing up at your husband when he gets home from work every minute. Be discreet, alright, be a pillow to him. Be a pillow of peace to his rest. Because he's got to fight the Babylon system every minute. And he's got to now go home and fight his wife. It's a madness.
chaste, keepers at home,
Alright, he's not to be out gallivanting the streets every minute. What's she doing that here? You know what I mean? Where's she really going? She's got a baby, she should be keepers at home. Go on.
good, obedient to their husbands,
Good and obedient to husbands.
that the word of God be not blasphemed,
Because Sarah was obedient to Abraham.
Yes.
Because Rebecca was obedient to Isaac.
Yes.
Because Leah and Rachel was obedient to Jacob.
Yes.
Alright? They have to be in order. Alright? And that's it for the brothers and sisters. Alright? Love you,
bless
yeah?
you.
Alright? You're Israelites, alright? You're not Rastafarians, alright? You're not Rasta, you're Israelites.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, King.
Shalom. Shalom. Yeah, the word's going on. Alright, let's get the... Yeah, bad mind, man. 1 Kings chapter 1 and verse 5. Alright? A lot of bad mind amongst our people, man. But we need to learn how to be in good communication, alright? And teach the people likewise, man.
This is the book of 1 Kings chapter 1 and verse 5. Then Adonijah, the son of Haggith, exalted himself, saying, I will be king.
Exactly, man. Exalted himself, saying, I'll be king. We're just talking about that.
And he prepared him chariots and horsemen and 50 men to run before him.
Yeah.
And his father had not displeased him at any time, saying,
Yeah, I didn't tell you to do that. Go on.
Why hast thou done so? And he was also a very goodly man. And his mother bare him after Absalom.
Yeah.
And he conferred with Joab, the son of Zeruiah,
Yeah.
and with Abiathar, the priest.
Alright, and this is David. This is David's sons, alright? David's oldest son. He says, David said, I haven't told you to do none of these things. You know what I mean? Go on, keep reading.
And they following Adonijah helped him, but Zadok the priest, and Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and Nathan the prophet, and Shemaiah, and Ray.
So these are like the hands of the king. Alright, the king's right hand soldier. Alright, you got the king's prophet, Nathan, you got the king's Levite, the priest. Alright? You got men that coming out of brought up David basically, around David strong, alright? Strong men around David, right?
And the mighty men which belonged to David were not with Adonijah.
Yeah, because if they would have brought them man around, they would know that the tabernacle of David is going to run through the bloodline of Solomon, right? It's not going to run through the older brothers, man, all right? Because that's what it was given. It was a blessing for Solomon because of the understanding of Bathsheba that it was going to come through Solomon. Good reason, bro.
And Adonijah slew sheep and oxen and fat cattle by the stone of Zeholah.
Yeah, so he started a ceremony to go on like he was going to be the next king. Yeah, he started a ceremony to go on like he was going to be the next king, man. All right? And we know, say, that he wasn't going to be the next king. All right? He was trying to act and go on. Yeah, sell himself. All right? Exalting himself, man.
Which is by Enrogel, and called all his brethren the king's sons, and all the men of Judah the king's servants. But Nathan the prophet, and Benaiah, and the mighty men, and Solomon his brother, he called not.
Yeah, bad mind, man. All right? That is what is going on amongst Israel, man. Bad mind. All right? Bad mind in your own brothers, man. All right? Taking positions that don't belong to you, man. All right? Let's get that in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. All right? Your heart is evil towards your brother. That's the curse, man. For you to be grudgeful against your brother, it's just the curse.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Exactly. And he was told to leave. Yeah, he was, and we are not told to leave our women, man. All right, we're told that they shall be with us until they defile themselves. All right, and you can write a bill of divorcement and stuff like that. But in this day and age,
under the curse.
yeah, we're under curses, man. These women are defiling themselves. Hosea was told to take a woman of them. All right, but we don't want to go too deep into that, but. You can forgive, man. And it's a bit harsh when you say it doesn't give the woman the ability to go out there and be bold.
I think that's cute.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Don't do that because you're disrespecting me. Walking past this airport. Don't do that.
You said that?
Him.
No. He's not speaking. I'm speaking.
Who's speaking? Let me tell you something. You can't disrespect people like that.
No one ain't
yeah?
disrespecting. Let me do the Deuteronomy. No one.
Listen, I don't want to hear
Read the
that.
Bible, man, because I don't know what she's talking about, man. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 1.
Do I look like
No, I said if anyone walking around is a whore, the hat fit wearing. Have you not heard Bob Marley? If the hat fit's wearing. If you no, women cannot walk around like whores. Alright, so read it. Deuteronomy 1 and 16.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 16.
I don't need to listen
I
to
have charged your
Right?
judges at the time, saying, hear the rules between you and your brethren, and the righteous between every man his brethren, and the strangers that is with him.
Exactly.
Verse 17. And ye shall not respect person in judgment.
And you shall what?
And ye shall not
Not
respect
respect
person in
So
judgment.
why would we respect a harlot? You can't respect any person in judgment. Keep reading.
Can I say something?
But you shall hear the small as well as the great.
So we shall hear the small as well as the great. Alright?
You shall not be afraid to face a man on the faces of men.
We shall not be afraid of the faces of men or harlots, man.
For the judgment is powerless.
Especially not bleachers, man. Especially not a woman that don't like the skin color of her own complexion that God gave her. We're not scared of them. They're scared to look in the mirror. How are we scared of a woman that bleaches, man? That's some stupidness, man.
And the cause that is too hard for you, bring unto me, and I will hear it.
Yeah. So let's read this one.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 7 and verse 16.
17.
17.
Amos 7:17. Yeah.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, my wife shall be an harlot in the city.
By what?
Thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
The daughters of Zion are damn whores, man. They've had how many? What's their body count? You understand? A lot of these women, they lose their virginities and then they open up their quiver, their vaginal area, to how much, man? A lot of our women are disgusting out here, man. And it's not our fault, all right? It is the man. It's the man's fault. Let's be real. But if we have our woman in order, okay? If we had our woman in order, she would be at home, looking after the children, keeping the Sabbath day holy. Because today is the God's Sabbath. They are not holy women out here, man. They're whoremongers out here, man, that disrespect the word of God, man. Go on, read, bro.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword.
Shall do what?
Shall
fall by the sword.
Because we, the men, have not got leadership in our households, man. All right? Our leaders are languishing at the gates, man. All right?
And thy land shall be divided by life, and thou shalt die in a polluted land.
All right, what you got to say? Because we finished now. Now you understand that our women are harlots. Our women harlots.
I respect what you think, but I'm just going to ask, is it the right way to do? What you thinking is true, I'm not disputing that, it's true. But what I'm saying is, the way to do it.
Give me judges.
The way to do it. No, hold on, please.
No, you asked me, is there a way to do it? Give me Isaiah.
I'm just asking.
We're going to kill you.
You don't need, I'm asking
So
you.
let's tell you.
But why don't you tell
Well,
me?
we're going to tell you. Read, huh?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, and verse. This is the book of Isaiah.
One, two.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, and verse 1. Cry out loud, spare not.
Do what?
Cry out loud, spare not.
Spare what?
Spare not.
Oh, we're meant to be like, oh, let's just reason about it.
Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions.
And do what?
And show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sin.
We're meant to show our
But then
people
if you do that,
their
people ain't
transgressions.
going to listen.
But look.
It's a bit aggressive on people. People are scared if you do that.
They're not scared.
People ain't going to
They're not scared. These people are talking about. These people talk about they love gunman. They want gunman. Them gal they want bad man. All right.
So
They're
you're
not
telling me,
scared.
so you're telling me if you reason about it, somebody's not gonna listen. You
bro,
telling
can I
me,
say
oh,
to
if you reason nicely, you're telling me somebody's not gonna listen. I know you're reading from the Bible.
No, I
but
want
I'm
to say
saying-
this to you. You said that people were scared. She's not scared. If she was scared, she would have kept it moving. She was
just said
Yeah, but she
bold
came
enough
up.
to
Yeah,
come up
but
and
look,
talk to
but
her.
she didn't stand for
Bro,
long.
bro,
She didn't stand for long.
When she came before
She was. She just.
Let me just say something.
She
man.
still
Let's
walked.
not-
She still walked away.
Let's just talk. Let's just reason.
All right, go on.
When she came up there, she said, hey, I just came back. You know I'm not scared of you. So she's not scared. She claimed that.
That's what she said. bro.
She claimed that before she came up here. She said, no, I'm not scared. I've come back to talk to you. So she's not scared, yeah? All right, so now let's go. What she is, she's proud, she's stiff-necked, she's stubborn, she's rebellious.
But you're judging people, bro.
No,
That's-
she
it's
is.
not your job
No,
to judge
she
people.
is.
It's
She is loud, she's stubborn, she's rebellious.
not your job to judge people like
We
that.
just read it. We just read it.
But it's-
Get me Corinthians chapter 5.
It's not
No,
you.
we're gonna read,
But you're not
brother.
God, bro. You're not God.
No, we're gonna read.
You're not God, bro.
Corinthians.
You're not supposed to.
First Corinthians chapter
If
6.
I start judging you, brother, I
Let's
don't
read,
know
let's
where
read.
you're
We're
going
just
in your
talking,
life.
you're just talking. Let's read the Bible.
Brother.
First Corinthians
You're
chapter 6.
judging people, brother.
Verse
Here it is. Here it is.
This is the book
you
of
judging
1
people.
Corinthians,
Listen.
chapter 6 and verse 2.
First Corinthians chapter 6 verse 2. Read.
Do you not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Are the saints going to judge the
You are
world?
saint. That's what you say.
Yes,
You're
I'm a saint.
So if I want to look in your life, you've never done nothing wrong in your life. That's what you say.
And if the world,
Is that what saint means?
What does it mean then?
Yeah, but you don't know what saint means. That's where you
What does it
go.
mean? What does it mean then?
All right, well, let's deal with order. Let's read this and then we'll show you what saint means.
do you not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Just read. Just leave it. Just read.
So what is a saint? What is a saint? What is a saint? What is a saint?
And
Let's
if
find out
the
what
world
saint-
shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
All right, can we judge a small matter like, yo, women are walking like harlots? Stop being a harlot. Just be a good, righteous, holy woman. Is that a hard thing
If
to
somebody
do?
turn around and start judging you, how would you feel?
I would say thank you. Give me Isaiah. Give me Psalms chapter 15. Wow, what would I do? I would say this. This is what I would say. Psalms. Someone was judging me. Is someone reading something? Give me the saints. Psalms 148. Psalms 101 and 5. Psalms 105. If someone righteous, not just any man, if a righteous man that was holding Bibles and telling me about God's laws, statutes, and commandments, and he judged me in righteousness, this is what I would say.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 141 and verse 5. Let the righteous smite me.
Let what?
Let the righteous smite me.
Let the righteous smite me. Give me all of your judgments or that God has given us to tell us, man. Go on, bro.
It shall be a kindness.
It shall be what?
It shall be a kindness.
We are being kind to her by telling her to be righteous. If someone was to judge me, like, sister, that's a beautiful dress. I understand. And your hair wrapped up and stuff, that is so beautiful, sister. Alright? But you can't have an idol worship cross on your chest. Yeah, you can't have images. Alright? No graven images is going to save us. No graven images. Alright? Like wood and stone. Alright? We died on crosses. That's like a gun. Right? To our people, the Israelites, it's like a gun. So you're there with the nice modest apparel, sister, and the beautiful hair, but that gun you got on your chest, it's a gun. That's a cross is what is used to hang the Israelites. So we can't walk around with it, alright? Knowing that it's a gun to us. We're not going to walk around with a gun that killed our dad. You got a gun on your ears as well. You alright? You're an Israelite, alright? You're beautiful, alright? So look, read that again for the sister.
This is the book of Psalms 141 and 5. Let the righteous smite me.
She took a righteous smiting.
It shall be a kindness.
She's taking that for kindness. She said, thank you.
And let him reprove me.
Let him reprove me. We reproved her by telling her, you're doing well so far, but you need to trim the edges.
It shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head.
Okay.
For yet my prayer also shall be their calamity.
All right, yeah, read this, brother.
This is the book of Psalms 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of the people, of his people.
So he exalted the horn of his people, okay? He blew these guys up. Go on, who are these guys?
The praise of all his saints.
The praise of who?
The praise of all his saints.
Who has the praises? Who praises the Most High?
Even of the children of Israel.
He just answered. I wanted you to get it. Only the Israelites praise the Most High. Read it.
This is the book of Psalm chapter 50 and verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
Who made a covenant with the Most High by through sacrifice? The Israelites, brother. Come on, we don't have to be ABC with you. We are the Israelites.
That's right.
Alright, because we fit the conditions of the Israelites. Slavery, alright, turmoil, false gods being pushed in our brains, alright, being put in ships, sold, yokes of iron on our necks, single parent households, alright, our women turned harlots in the streets.
So these Edom people, they cannot be saved.
What are you talking about Esau now? We're talking about how we should speak to our people. Now you want to go into Esau, so this is the truth. This is what it really boils down to. He wants to save these damn Edomite brethren.
I'm just asking.
This is what it boiled down to. No, but you know how the truth always manifests.
I'm just asking, brother.
No, but you know what we got down to? We got down to the truth and the nitty-gritty of your argument. You want to save some Edomites up there. Edomites shall not be saved, to answer your question.
So
They're going to bow down and kiss feet like Andrew did 2 hours ago. We already had Edomites up here bowing down, kissing feet. And he will tell you, shut up, I'm going to be a slave to the Israelites and you can't stop them. Because this is God's word. Give me that in the Bible, man. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 11. Let's let God's word be true and every man's word a liar. Give me that in Acts chapter 5, Acts chapter 4 verses 13.
55 and
11.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 11.
And Sodom and Egypt are going to be destroyed with nuclear missiles. Sodom shall be destroyed.
So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
God says in the Bible that Edomites are going to be obliterated. Is that going to be void? Do you believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Are you an Israelite according to the Bible? So is this the truth?
But it shall accomplish that which I please.
What?
But it shall accomplish that which I please.
It's going to accomplish because the Most High says he is pleased to destroy the Edomites.
And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
So he sent it out of the mouth of the prophets. Alright? He brings messages.
What's the point of creating them in the first place? Why are they here?
Is it like a free Quran? No? Okay.
Yo. Why are they here, bro? I need to learn this. Brother, I'm being humble.
Oh, yo, we need it. Yeah, we want one. Hey, give it, bring it in.
That's why I say,
I'm actually learning from you now because why are they here? Why are they here?
You want to know why they're here, right? Alright? The wicked will not obey us for this one. We need Joel chapter 29 and verse 20.
this is the book of Job, chapter 21 and verse 20. His eyes shall see.
No, slack. That's not the right one. Give me the one in Joel 21. It's Joel 21 and 30.
This is the book of Job. Yeah, that's about to come down to this. This is the book of Job, chapter 21 and verse 30.
Another one is Joel.
That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of for the day of wrath.
The wicked are reserved for the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. The day of wrath, alright, is for God's judgment upon them. He only used them, alright, to be vessels for our chastisement. Alright? He used the other nations, the dumbest of the dumbest people that come out of caves, poor caves, alright, that don't make no inventions or nothing. Alright? He made dumb people rise up above the strongest people in the world to show us that we need to humble ourselves. Alright? Okay, we're the fastest, Jamaica, the England football team, we're the best at most things, right? That's not most, we're the best at damn everything. Even when it comes to wickedness, we're the best at being wickeder than the wicked. That's how we show.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 22. Let the multitude perish then, which were born in vain.
Let the multitude perish that were born in vain. And there's a multitude of Israelites that were born in vain as well. Because many Israelites are called, but only few are going to be chosen. Alright? Let the multitude perish that are born in vain.
And let my grave be kept and my plant, and with great labor I have made it perfect.
So yeah, you can see we're holding Bibles. You know that's false prophets that have come upon the land, that are coming to push out fake books. We've got the real book in our hand. Why are they pushing out a fake one that's mimicking the real one? Alright, so we understand that you're false. Alright, we're reading. So you're coming to quench the spirit. Coming to quench the spirit. Let's read, bro. Let me the next one in Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 4. So I'll get this. Bring out that one.
Was it 27 and 13?
Yeah.
It's the book of
16 and 4.
Job chapter 27 and verse 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with God.
So that's the portion of a wicked man with God. That's the whole point of it. Alright? Let me that in an edition of Esther chapter 10.
And the heritage of oppressors.
That's their heritage. That's what they've been inherited. Alright? And we can go to Ezekiel. Yeah, let's go. Go to Ezekiel chapter 35. Alright, read that, bro.
Edition of Esther.
Yeah, edition of Esther 10. No, read that for first. Alright, just read that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 4. The Lord, Yahweh, has made all things for himself.
The Lord has made all things for himself.
Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
He made the wicked for the sword, for the day of evil. So he said, what are the wicked here for? He's made them because he is a man of war. He's a man of good and of evil. He's the power. He's the God of good and evil. You know that. He didn't just create good and fairies and roses and petals and, let me not say fairies, but that's, you know what I mean? But he didn't just create butterflies and roses and lilies. He
created thorns, he created bees and scorpions, and snakes, he created everything. Okay? Right? He created good and evil.
Right? Speaking. Yeah, that's it.
This is the book of the rest of Esther, chapter 10 and verse 1.
And verse 9.
And verse 9. And my nation is that Israel which cried to power and was saved. For the Lord have saved his people, and the Master have delivered us from all those evils. And the,
So just read it now, right? That the Most High is going to save his people, right? Let my people go like in Egypt. That's going to happen in the Messiah come. Save his people, right? Alright, go on.
okay. And power have wrought have brought signs and great wonders which have not been done among the Gentiles.
Okay, go on.
Therefore has he made 2 lots. What?
2 lots. Alright? You get that, right? 2 lots. So that there's a coin. It's got heads and it's got tails, right? Alright? And let's see that it landed on for us. It landed on us for righteousness. And it landed on the Edomites, Esau, for wickedness. Alright? And we can't turn that back. That's just how it's happened.
He had made 2 lots, one for the people of power and another for all the Gentiles.
And one for the people of God and one for the heathens, the other nations. That's how it is. God's made a lot and that's how it's fallen on them. You can't say that.
Go to that in Romans chapter 9 and verse 14.
This is the book of Romans.
You understand now, yeah? You get it, yeah?
This is
I want to ask you one more question. Let's answer it. And just so it hits the nail.
This is the nail in
This
the
is the
coffin.
book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 14. What shall we say then?
What shall we say then?
Is there unrighteousness with God?
Because he loves Jacob and he hates Esau. Is there unrighteousness in God?
What?
God forbid.
What?
God forbid.
God forbid. Yahweh forbid. Alright? That there's unrighteousness in the Most High. Because he said that Jacob is going to run the world and Esau is the end of it. Alright?
Go on, what's your question?
Where does free will come into the whole of it? Tell me about free will. Because if we have a right to choose and
You're in Romans, right? Go Romans chapter 3 and the last one.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse. This is the book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 30. Seeing it is one power which shall justify the circumcision by faith and uncircumcision through faith. Do we then make void the laws through faith? God forbid.
What?
God forbid. We establish the laws.
alright, so you see man of God, alright, you still have to do